Hi guys, putting here with the game for you in my tier 10 Japanese gunboat, the Harugumo. Now, as you can see with my captain skills, which I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm going to give it a go. It's going to be priority target, last stand, survivability expert, concealment, and of course IFAG. It's only a 14-point captain. The modules, I know I do not know off the top of my head, but I do know I'm running the faster get up and go and the longer range, along with faster repair of my engine, of course, and protect my main battery and probably better aiming. Now, now that I got that lovely sniffle out of the way, as you can see, we are on tiers of the desert, epicenter, and a couple things about the Harugumo why you don't see it as often anymore is because of the changes to Battleship AP. Battleship AP still does full damage to this thing, so it's like the nerf slash buff, depending on what side of the aisle you sit on. Pretty much like it never happened for this ship. I believe the Kaba is the other ship. So you don't see too many Harugumos, but with the resurgence of carriers, the Haruguma is not exactly the worst AA destroyer, while the Grozavoy is a little bit better. Haruguma can still get the job done, and I figured, you know what the heck, let me take it out. It's been a while since I've played it, and I do believe it's been a while since we've showcased it. Now, I I'm slowly working my way into the center. It's 4 DDs. I kind of wish I could put RPF on this thing, but I need IFAG. And to be honest with you, just slap on RPF is a little too costly. For my taste, on top of it, I only have 14 points. But I usually try to spec most of my DDs. There are a few exceptions, but I'm going to say most. To deal with other destroyers, even a shimmy. Now, while it's not the greatest gunboat, its concealment can definitely help deal with the other destroyers. The 20 km torps are just lol funny, but there's 2 DDs sitting on top of each other in smoke, and I'm sure somebody's radaring them. And it looked like the Igumo was going to beach, so I'm trying to anticipate him backing up in the smoke, and then I'm going to send one set straight down there. Now, the reason I did not shoot my guns, or haven't shot my guns, was because of that. Now, hopefully, because I did shoot my guns, it's going to deter this gentleman to get out of there, as I get 5 people targeting me. They have to know I sent torpedoes, because a gunboat not shooting that has access to torpedoes, what do you think he's doing? Sending torpedoes. Now, with the Pan-Asian destroyer sitting there on mid, I figured, there's no reason for me to be there. Well, this ship can cap. It's a gunboat. Me sitting there playing sneaky, hidey, not shooting, really is not playing to the strengths of this ship. Number 2, there's a carrier in the game. He definitely knows where we both are. There's 4 DDs in this game, 2 of which are spotted right over there. There's a Kitakazi and Argearing with a large group. Where are the other 2? Let me go with these guys and try to find out. That's what I'm thinking. This guy should be able to hold a cap. We know where 2 of them are. We know 2 of them aren't in a cap. He's not capping, so that means the third one should be in a cap, so they're playing, if I can't have it, you can't have it, even if it is just the 2 shimmies, which means there could be a destroyer out on the side here by these guys. There's really not a lot of ships. I mean, the Alaska is probably the one ship I would be the most afraid of because of radar. But it's a Jean Bart Amagi in Alaska, and you know what? I'm not worried. If I see the DD, I should be able to gun him down. But I see the Jean Bart. He's low health. He's pushing forward. You know, like, you know what? Let me smoke up. Let me shoot this guy. Now, the reason I'm smoking up is because French battleship secondaries can't hurt. And if this guy's got any sort of secondary build captain in his ship, I'm not going to have a fun day. So I figured, you know what? Just smoke up, shoot. Try to get this guy burning. The other thing with the IFAG, you know, I mean, this guy's just littered with, please shoot me, Mr. Anybody who's running IFAG. I do believe he's running 32 mil all over. But, I mean, you can see I'm just, you know, I'm just slowly chipping away with the paper cuts. Getting the fires. Aiming a little bit low there, but I mean, at least by me doing this, it definitely deters them from going for the ram. Now, I'm going to stay in my smoke, and I'm going to turn my AA on because it is a tier 8 carrier. And try to help out the Yamato any way I can. Now, I knew there was the Frederick D. Grosser, or FDG, over there, which is why I didn't immediately push out. Also was carrier, this guy, might as well get some more cheeky hits in on anybody. You know what, I still have smoke, I might as well use it. And we still kind of don't know where that last DD is. If he popped up on the minimap, I wasn't paying attention because I was focusing on trying to help these guys out. So my mind right now is, you know, we still don't know where this last destroyer is at. You know, I can only see 2 on the minimap, the Shimakaze and the other gentleman that was hasn't been spotted in a while. Now, I do want to stick close to these guys because sticking together is going to still maximize AA, as I use my air quotes. But, I mean, just being with teammates, especially with carriers, while you might not be getting the greatest of returns anymore, you're still better off with people when there is a carrier. You are better off in a group than alone. As we finally see the Pan-Asian DD, the gentleman's reversing, and speed boost reversing, and you know, I just completely misjudged his speed, but you know what, I'm gonna take shots in on this guy, and it's like, I don't understand why I'm not getting hits on him. Of course, now he's going forward, so there goes all my fine-tuning of my aiming with him reversing. Now, I sent those preemptive torps against the Frederick D. Grosser in hopes that he would do exactly what he's doing, running into them. Now, I'm going to pick on this Amagi because, well, I actually have a hate-hate relationship with the Amagi. I do not enjoy playing it, and I hate when I'm playing against. I don't seem to get the citadels. I seem to eat massive damage from it, and when I play it, I just do badly. It's just one of those ships that just doesn't work for me. But because I did get one fire on him, and I know the Frederick's DCP is down, I'm trying to focus on getting a fire on the Frederick. Now, of course, he's starting to get at max range. He's pushing away. I'm trying to have to do dodge and maneuvers against the carrier, and I kind of give up on him because I am kind of shooting. It's almost ineffective ranges, and we might as well just finish off the Amagi. As we managed to finish, is he pretty much burned down? I'm sure other people were shooting at him. But I desperately want to get a fire on the Frederick because I know his DCP is down. Now, do I really need to hit my repair button for 3 seconds? No. Oh, I'm holding on to it for one something better. If I do or do not get a fire on the Frederick, it doesn't matter. Just look at all the focus fire coming in on the guy. Now, some of the reason, well, actually, most of the reason you guys are seeing this is because this is a really hard fought victory. When you see the final team scores, you're going to see 3 players, all of who broke base experience of 2,000. When you have games like that or like this, which you are clearly seeing, and spoiler alert, ha ha ha, a little late on that one, but it's both teams are playing well. People are maximizing their health. I mean, in order to have that many people break a base experience that high, it's a very hard fought victory, and you shouldn't be ashamed of where you landed on either side, win or lose. It could basically come down to RNG who got the fire. Smart plays are going to be more beneficial than not, obviously. But starting to see, yeah, ships are even, but for the most part, we're behind on points. There's no reason for me to go chase a Yamato when I can simply, in this stupid, insane Yang, just reversing. I really believe that this guy is abusing the stupid system of reversing your aim's going to be off, because if you guys did not know, there is a in-game aim assist to where if you are aiming correctly, your shells are going to be a lot tighter dispersion. But stopping and reversing tends to throw it off. It confuses it. And I really think that that's what that Hinseng Yang was doing. Now, oh look, Harugumo Torps. I'm completely shocked, surprised. But I needed to smoke up to definitely make sure I wasn't going to be spotted while we were capping this. Now the Harugumo, I do believe, is just trying to reverse, and as everything I just said, just look at all those lovely shells actually connect. Now I switched to AP because this AP can actually do a lot of damage to broadside DDs, and if it wasn't for this island, I potentially could have done some more. But I see the Alaska, and I'm like, well, okay, this ain't no good. He's got 10-kilometer radar. I'm gone. There's no point in sitting in this smoke. We're not winning. We're not getting it. For whatever reason, we're stalled out on getting this cap, so there's no reason for me to be sitting in here except for denying them points. While I do believe we have our Pan-Asian DD in here, and once again, I'm just going to bail on this cap. I honestly have no idea what the Harugumo is torping. Like, it's 2 sets of torpedoes that are just completely, like, what? I don't know what they were going to hit. Now, I'm trying to figure out where I need to go to help the team out. Now, I could have cut back and deal with the enemy Pan-Asian DD, but of course, here comes the Harugumo back again. But what I mean by I believe the Hinseng Yang is abusing a feature known, every engagement that guy's been in, he just reverses, smokes, and then leaves. To where the Harugumo, he's reversing in cap, and then he's trying to get out of dodge. Now we've managed to get the points lead because ship kills and the enemy not generating points through the middle. Now I'm trying to stay by the Musashi to help him with AA, because it is a Musashi, and the way you should think about and or treat Musashis is it's an A-hull Yamato. It doesn't have the best AA, and it definitely doesn't have the Yamato's Sigma value for its guns. But I definitely want to try to stay by the Musashi and help him out. I'm also staying in the area to try to help with our Pan-Asian DD in case something happens to him and those shells are going to land absolutely nowhere near the enemy Pan-Asian DD. And then here comes the Harugumo, because he's going to be the hero of the day. Like I said, I quickly switched to AP to finish this guy off, because at this point I needed damage and kills to, hopefully get rid of this guy before he torps our battleship, but instead he torped me. Should have just shot his guns. I don't think he was going to be able to torp our BB because our Musashi was reversing. Now there's Alaska radar. Well, at least the Alaska, I believe, is behind the island, but the Yamato is clearly looking at me, shooting, and I mean, like I said, this is the last thing I want to do is really be in this ship with a battleship shooting at me, because I'm a one-hit kill for pretty much everything at this point now. So I really don't want to be getting into any engagement with anybody, but I'm also holding the center cap or denying them, so I'm going to smoke up to try to break concealment and hope that somebody else will spot the DD. Then it will be more than glad to pew to death in smoke, but it would not be difficult for the Pan-Asian to kill me. As you can see, I've got my AA turned off because I do not want to give my position away. But I am reversing to try to deal with Yamato, and then yes, the carrier spots the Pan-Asian DD, and I'm going to open up because, this guy needs to die. As soon as he dies, we can get this cap. If we get this cap, we should be able to win. And if I learned how to aim, I would have gotten that kill, but I managed to get a flood on the Yamato. The other thing is I'm in cap by myself, and luckily it's less than a minute to get the cap, which means I will be safely in my smoke by the time I cap these two rings, the intermediate ring and the inner ring, as our Musashi manages to finish off their ship. Now, I don't really want to bore you guys because my game plan is going to be get as far away from everything as possible, because I would like to live. I don't want to go near the Alaska because the Alaska has radar. I was going to try to make my way to the Richelieu, but you know what? I'm just trying to put distance between me and the carrier. I would prefer him to go after somebody else than me. So instead of boring you guys with that, we are going to check out the post-battle results. Now, as you can see with the results there, I came in third. But, I mean, like I said, the top three players, we really used all of our health, inflicted a lot of damage. I mean, obviously, capping for me helped. And, you can see I definitely used all of my health from me running away. But you should never be ashamed of anywhere you fall when you have good, tight games like this that come down to the last minutes on whether you win or lose. Now, we do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send us in, and the email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good good team play, good teamwork, because we are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please have yourselves a heck of a great day and hit that like and subscribe button.